The Lychee Run. In the grand city of Chang'an lived a small official named Li Shandai. He was a good man, clever with numbers, but always worried about money. More than anything, he wanted to buy a proper home for his family, but the city was expensive, and his pockets were light. One day, Li Shandai's boss, a sly man named Liu Shuling, gave him a special mission from the emperor, to be the Lychee envoy. Li Shandai was proud until he saw a tiny note attached to the order. The mission wasn't for dried lychees, but for fresh ones, all the way from the distant south. It was an impossible task, a trap. Desperate, Li Shandai sought advice. His friend Han Cheng told him to run away and save himself. But another friend, the great poet Du Fu, saw the fire in Li Shandai's heart. "This is a challenge worth fighting for," Du Fu declared. "Don't give in to their tricks." The journey was over 1,000 miles, and fresh lychees spoiled in just 3 days. How could it be done? Li Shandai locked himself away with maps and scrolls. Using his skill with numbers, he calculated speeds, routes, and the limits of the fastest horses in the empire. Li Shandai knew he couldn't do it alone. He found a clever Persian merchant named Su Liang. Together, they designed a special double-layered urn. Packed with ice, it was their only hope to keep the delicate fruit fresh on its long, frantic journey. When Li Shandai reached the warm lands of the south, the local governor, He Luguang, offered no help. "The lychees are your problem," the governor sneered. Li Shandai had to use the power of the emperor's order like a sword, demanding the horses and men he needed for the mission. In the south, Li Shandai met a woman named Atong, whose family had grown lychees for generations. But when a greedy minister in the capital demanded even more fruit, soldiers arrived and chopped down Atong's beloved trees. For the first time, Li Shandai saw the terrible human cost of his numbers and maps. The race began. With the full power of the empire behind him, riders galloped day and night. They pushed their horses to their limits, changing mounts at post stations that were barely ready for them. The lychees were moving at impossible speeds, but the cost was paid by the tired horses and weary people along the path. The lychees arrived in Chang'an, perfectly fresh, on the very day of the celebration. But Li Shandai did not bow for praise. He stood before the powerful minister Yang Guozhong and revealed the truth. The broken people and exhausted animals left in the mission's wake. For his honesty, he was found guilty of a small crime and exiled. Li Shandai was sent back to the south, the land of lychees, to live out his days. He and his wife became farmers. He found a quiet joy he never knew in the capital. Years later, he learned that a great rebellion had destroyed Chang'an. His punishment had been a blessing, and as he finally bit into a fresh lychee, he was truly at peace.